Navigating your spiritual awakening can be daunting, especially in the early stages, and this video will help you understand what to expect, how to handle your spiritual awakening journey. So let's dive straight into the video. There are timestamps in the descriptions below. If you want to skip to a specific part of the video, please check out the description. So welcome to the part 1 of this video, and in this part we will discuss about what to expect in the spiritual awakening process. The first thing to expect is your life starts to fall apart. And I know this can be daunting to you here. You might be crying every day, you might not know what to do next. You might be in a phase of isolation, away from people. You try to explain things to your family, but no one really gets it. This is a very intense and very scary phase of the awakening and phase of your life. I've been in the spiritual awakening for 10 months, and looking back at these 10 months, it makes sense now why the universe is taking things away from your life. And the reason behind it is the people and the things in your life didn't really serve you. They were not treating you well, and universe said you were nice to them. In fact, you had all the good intentions. You were supporting them to help change their lives, but they weren't doing the same behind the backs. They were only pretending to be there. That is one of the biggest reasons that universe took all those things away from you. The people, the places, the jobs, the careers, they were just not meant for you. Now I understand in the beginning it does not make sense at all. You thought that this is your life, you built it, you put in so much effort into it. Trust the process, and within few months you'll start to realize, as you start to heal your journey, universe will show you the truth about these people eventually. And once you're out, maybe 6 months later or 10 months later, when you look back, you'll see how disgusting those people were, how disgusting those situations were, and it will bring out light into your own perspective, and you will thank the universe later. You start trusting the universe later on, but right now in the beginning, just take a deep breath and relax and trust the process. So the second point to expect in your spiritual awakening process is you feel incredibly alone. You might have recently moved states or moved to a new country, new place. You find yourself with 0 friends. You thought this would be a fun experience, but things did not go as expected. This is a very common theme in the spiritual awakening process, because your ego kind of dies in this process of you had built up certain habits, certain masks that you put on in front of people, but now you're in a totally new place and you don't have to put that mask on, but you have that habit of putting that mask on, and there is this dissonance between, oh, should I still be doing that or not? This is where things start to change and your real authentic self comes out more freely. That is why universe keeps you alone in this phase, to help you express your truest authentic self. And you could not have done that in your previous place, because the moment you expressed yourself, you were shut down and you were criticized. Now you have the freedom to be yourself and to express the true soul nature of your being on this planet. Even though this does not make sense in the beginning, it will start making sense as you start looking at your own life in an objective manner, like how is it playing out. And I understand it can still be scary. So that is one of the reasons why I have started this YouTube channel, to build a sense of community of people who are going through a spiritual awakening, for empaths, for HSPs, to hang out together and not feel so alone, and to make a club or something, to build a community. That is my intention behind this YouTube channel. So this third thing to expect is you have been exposed to spiritual content everywhere, especially on YouTube, and you find spiritual material on your YouTube feed without even searching for it. Now suddenly YouTube throws up all these content creators who are talking about empaths, spirituality, and all sorts of things. Now you might think that, okay, this is just the algorithm, because I clicked on one video, then there's another video. But it goes on beyond that. You see this in real life as well. Once you start going into a bookstore, you might find a spirituality book right in front of you. You might desire to start wearing a certain type of clothes or something, and then you go to a shop and that appears there in front of you. It's like universe is providing you the things that you actually need and desire at this stage. So there are no accidents in the universe. This is all happening by divine design, and you are a part of it. Okay, the fourth thing to expect is you start losing interest in worldly things. Like before, maybe you used to watch a lot of movies or TV shows that distracted you from your goals, or you used it as a coping mechanism. But right now you just have stopped watching everything, and you do not have any logical reason. You just don't feel like watching all those things again. And your coping mechanisms of maybe going through a specific place when you feel sad, maybe a favorite restaurant, a favorite cafe, you don't go there anymore because it reminds you of a very low vibration state and a low state of being. So you stop going there and you start looking for new things. You also stop scrolling too much on social media or being concerned about what other people are posting. You avoid it totally. All you want is peace and answers at this stage of your life. The fifth thing to expect is an intensified desire to search for answers and truth. You kind of become desperate to search those answers, like what is this universe all about and why is this happening to me, and what is really happening, what is the truth, why are other people moving ahead in life and why not you. And you start binge watching spiritual teachers like Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon, Wayne Dyer. All these people are on your YouTube feed all the time. You're drawn to it for some reason, and then you start reading the books they have written. You're like a machine reading all those books. You're so fast in reading these books nowadays. You suddenly start developing this superhuman ability in learning faster and taking courses, actually applying the material in the courses, reading those books and actually applying what the books tells you. You understand what is going on around you. This is coming from your core of your soul, from your higher self, that it already knows these answers and it's now showing you what the truth is. So once you start asking that questions like what truly life is, the universe tells you what truly life is. So this is what you can expect out of the spiritual awakening journey. Part 2 is how to respond to the awakening process in general, because it can be hard and it can be daunting, it can be scary. So there are a few actionable items which I'm going to share right now. Okay, the first actionable item is to accept your spiritual awakening is a real thing. Now, for the longest time, I did not believe that spiritual awakening can happen to me, because I felt like an ordinary guy doing an ordinary traditional career in STEM field. My brain was very analytical, like, okay, this is not really going to happen to me, maybe I'm just overthinking it. How can I'm really young to have a spiritual awakening right now. The main thing was I was ignoring all the pain that was in my life. It was shoving it under the carpet. Okay, it only happens to people who have gone through massive pain, and I have not. That is the actual thing that universe was trying to show me, that you have gone through massive pain and you need to acknowledge it. You need to grieve that pain. You need to grieve that loss. You need to accept that this thing is real. Spirituality is real. This awakening process kind of forced me to accept the pain that I've gone through, start working on it, and start becoming a new person out of it. The second actionable item is to embrace your solitude. Like, I know you're feeling terribly alone right now and you're very scared, like how will you survive this life? How will you survive the rest of your years? And I asked the same question to myself, and I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still okay. So trust that the process is going to work out, and the universe is really actually caring for you. The reason why it took people out of your life was those people were never the right people in your life, and they were seriously doing damage behind your back. You do not want to be associated with these kind of people anyways. So embrace your solitude. This is the time where you try to understand your value systems, who you really are, what kind of people do you want to associate with, what kind of jobs do you want to do, how do you want to spend your time, what hobbies are truly yours and not truly yours. These are the things which will come up in your solitude journey. So embrace it, don't fight it. So the third actionable item is to start listening to the universe. So universe will speak through you through subtle signs, sometimes through YouTube videos, through the spiritual journey that other people have been talking about. Like I remember when the other spiritual content creators were sharing their journey, I felt like universe is talking to me through them, and not the whole video, but maybe the specific small incidents or small parts. I felt so relatable, and I was even crying at some point. Yeah, this is actually real. Listen to what is going on around the world. Listen to the people who are ahead in the journey. There is a significant amount of truth in the planet shifting from a 3D consciousness to a 5D consciousness, and you can see the split between the old earth and new earth with the people around you. Like most people around you are like zombies and sleeping and pretending like nothing else exists. You come here to just live and die. And there is a small minority of spiritually awakened people who know that there is life beyond it. And when you look at them, they are full of energy, they are younger looking, they are good looking, they're joyful to be around, they have this aura, they have the energy field. The universe always talks to you in a very subtle way, so make sure you listen to it. Fourth actionable step is make changes in your diet. When I was going through my awakening period, I suddenly lost appetite and I had no desire to eat much. And I respected that feeling over there because I genuinely was in no mood to eat. So I skipped a couple of meals and I felt my body was feeling better, like my body was saying thank you. And it was strange because my belief system prior to that was my body needs 3 to 4 meals a day, it needs to eat constantly. And this shattered my old belief system that I need to constantly keep eating. So I tried out like fasting and skipping few meals. It felt better. Obviously consult your doctor before this, but I respected my feeling and I tried out a little. I changed my diet again. I was a non-vegetarian, now I'm completely a vegetarian. I eat eggs, but other than that I am totally on the vegetarian diet. If your soul is telling you to give up certain foods like meat or eggs or whatever, listen to it maybe for a week or something, and then if it doesn't work out, you can always go back to the old ways. But on the other side as well, I listened to my inner child, and my inner child was kind of craving for pastries and chocolates and ice creams. I ate as much as I wanted, obviously with the limit of not self-indulging too much, because as a child I always put restrictions and I was always made feel guilty for eating sweets, chocolates and pastries. So at this stage I gave myself the full permission, full guiltless permission to eat those kind of food, but I also restricted my diet and by becoming a vegetarian. And so the fifth way to respond to a spiritual awakening, trying out new things that interest you. Now I'm sure you have interests like journaling, meditation, exercising, trying out new routines for your mental health. Use this opportunity on your solitude to explore these things. I remember at the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I joined this transcendental meditation course. It was a 1-week program. It was one of the best investments in my life, and I still continue the practice to this day, and I will continue because it is so helpful for my mind to relax and to just just be myself and to express myself more honestly on camera, on in my life, and becoming more authentic. So if you're feeling called to try out different type of meditation, bullet journaling, a new productivity app, or anything, feel free to try out these things. The sixth and the last actionable item is invest in yourself, invest in spiritual books, spiritual courses. This is a big game changer for me because I felt guilty for even spending like €5 on myself, and this was because from the limiting beliefs I had from my childhood that there is scarcity in this universe and I should not be spending anything on myself but on other people. So yeah, the biggest thing is invest in yourself financially. You start reading these books, take that course online, go to that retreat you want to go to. And I know it is very scary to do this, so start small. Maybe it can be just starting with €2 and something you like in your supermarket that you want to buy. Just go with that first, and slowly, once you start setting up the intention that you are going to invest in yourself, the universe will give you complimentary gifts, it will give you discounts, it will talk to you in all sort of ways, it will give you refunds. Like, I used to never get refunds, believe me, because I was so scared of giving out and investing in things. Now cash, like, it flows in a better way through me. Start learning. It's a skill, it's a muscle. You do not have to start big, start small, but surely and definitely I am sure that it will make a difference in your life. Alright, thank you for watching this video till the end, and if you liked, please hit the like and subscribe button, and please comment down in the comment section like what type of videos would you like to watch from this channel. Until then, bye bye.